So we've had a lot of Call of Duty leaks for new games in like years to come, 2025, Advanced Warfare 2 potentially, and now we've got Black Ops 5 as the potential Call of Duty for 2024. I'm going to be sharing everything we know so far, all the leaks and information, just have a little talk about it today. But before we do get into this video, if you could drop a like and also subscribe down below, it literally takes 2 seconds, it's one click and it really helps out the channel. That would be amazing, and let's get into it. So as we know, when Warzone 2 comes out, we're also getting Warzone Mobile, which is pretty much just for dance, but on mobile. So it's really cool. We're getting Warzone on the mobile now. That's coming with the new Warzone in November. And you're probably thinking, what relevance does this have? And that's because with the loading screens for this new Warzone, like trailer sort of thing, when it was teasing the new Warzone for mobile, a lot of the loading screens on the game were kind of things that were Black Ops 5 loading screens. There was kind of like a jet kind of leaking towards Black Ops 5 and a potential another Black Ops game. I don't know the ins and outs of the jet, but pretty much to sum it up, is in kind of the Cold War era, and we've had speculations that this new Black Ops game is kind of carry on from Cold War, so in the same time frame, the same characters, and kind of have a second part to Cold War, but being Black Ops 5 or whatever Black Ops game is going to be. So we're going to see the return of all like the OG characters, like we've had Woods, Mason and all that, they're from Black Ops 1 anyway. Then the ones that were created within Cold War are also going to be coming back, and the time zone is going to be the same, kind of like mid-80s to 90s. And we're going to be seeing a second counterpart to this game. Even though Black Ops 5 is not the official name yet, it's most likely going to be that rather than Black Ops Cold War 2. They would never do that in a million years. If they did Black Ops Cold War 2, the first one really wasn't that successful, so if you think about it, it would be a dumb move to do a second part to a game that wasn't successful in the first place. So also for the zombies, we're probably going to see the continuation of the same story from Cold War, probably just similar to Cold War to be honest, which I'm kind of half-hearted about. Some people love the zombies, but personally I did not like it at all. I think it was just so basic. The zombies were so obvious of how to do things. They kind of went back to basics a little bit. They just made it 10 times easier for new players, so the players that have been playing zombies since Black Ops 1 for 10 plus years, they already know half these things, and it was just so basic and so too easy in my opinion. They should go back to old school zombies. Even the little things like starting with your own weapons, a lot of people loved it, and now it kind of makes sense because you have zombies camo, so you got to start with your own weapon. Just going back to basics, starting with a pistol, buying wall weapons, and then box and wonder weapons and all that sort of stuff. It just doesn't feel the same on the game now where you can start with your tier 3 weapon anyway. It kind of just has no relevance, and like it's not hard to get weapons now, but that's just me and my opinion. I think it's way too basic now. I really wasn't a fan of this zombies, and considering we came from BO4 and BO3 zombies, which was absolutely amazing, then just into Cold War was just shocking. But we got a bit off topic here, that's my opinions on zombies. But there hasn't been too many leaks for zombies like I was saying. Treyarch, all we know that they said they're going to be taking a break from zombies, so what does that mean? I do not know. So most people are kind of panicking now, thinking for the next Black Ops game, we're not going to have zombies. That's not true, guys. We're probably going to see zombies in the next Treyarch game, don't you worry. They're having a break currently. And it's kind of good this year that like they've put their name down for the year they want it to release, because Cold War was kind of a write-off, and it really did harm the Black Ops name, because up to Black Ops 4, every Black Ops game was amazing, but then this one came out, kind of ruined the franchise a little bit, kind of put a downgrade on it like terribly. It really did affect it, but you kind of got to give them the benefit of the doubt in one way, because it was through a lockdown for starters, and two, Call of Duty and Treyarch for that year wasn't supposed to take the game. It was actually supposed to be Sledgehammer, which then went on to make Vanguard, but that was not their year. It was not Treyarch's year to make a Call of Duty, but they stepped forward. They made the game with like 9 months to go, and they really didn't have enough time, and they produced Black Ops Cold War. And you can tell it's such a rushed game, but because the expectation of making a yearly Call of Duty game, they had to release something. So even though I'm hating on this game because I really didn't enjoy Cold War, it was kind of rushed. You could really feel that within the gameplay and so many other aspects throughout the game, the zombies especially. They did only have 9 months, and if you take that into consideration, 9 months to make that game is pretty impressive. It wasn't the best because they usually have like 3 years plus to make their Call of Duty games. With them having such minimal time to produce a game, that's what they came out with, and it wasn't a complete fail, it's just a lot of people didn't like it. So I'm actually happy now that they've had time to make their game. No one's going to take it last minute, or there's not going to be any rush decisions. It's actually like 100% going to be them, which I'm happy about. Now they can kind of focus on their game, not rush it, take their time, and hopefully get a good finished product. So there's not really any 100% leaks right now, as the game is absolutely ages away and we haven't even had Modern Warfare 2 yet, so it's to be expected. There's no like full on 100% leaks yet, but the strongest like thing we have so far with leaks is the Warzone loading screens having fighter jets and stuff like that in the Cold War era, linking to Black Ops Cold War and the next Treyarch game. That's like the strongest evidence we have as of yet. And a lot of people, especially the leakers, are pretty much confirming it, and they're pretty confident in what they're saying is true, and usually 99% of the time they're correct, so it's probably most likely going to happen.